Hey, what's up, book blues and bays? It is time for yet another book review. These are my favorite type of videos too. I love rehashing and thinking about and processing out loud the books that I have read and enjoyed in hopes that something that I say, if you haven't already, will lead you to want to check out the text as well. So this was literally everywhere for the past couple of months and well-deserved hype in my opinion. It is Kin by Tayari Jones. Yay! A little round of applause. Okay, so like I said, this book was everywhere. It is Oprah's book club. It's not often that a person gets two of their books chosen for Oprah's book club. So in addition to this, Tayari had An American Marriage selected a few years back. Oh, maybe that's been about 5 to 6, 7 years ago or so. I'm not exactly sure, but also a great book. So check that out as well if you haven't. It can be difficult as this is as well at times, but definitely worth the read. Okay, so again, y'all know I like to do my book reviews with no spoilers. So if you haven't read it yet, don't worry. I won't be giving away anything key for sure. My little annotation. I'm working on it. I'm really trying to come up with a system. Let's dive in. Okay, so this is going to be more of a kind of a broad overview because, like I said, I don't want to give any spoilers away, and there's very little I feel like I can say without giving away too much with this one. What I do want to say, though, is I had to hold back because, listen, this whole book is, like, quotable. I could have highlighted, underlined, dog-eared till the cows came home with this one. It's just... First and foremost, let me start with how black this book is. And I love that. The way that they were interacting with one another, the way that they were speaking, the descriptions of the locations and the settings and all of that. This is so black, and I love that. And that's even outside of what's taking place at Spelman College, because some of the book is set at Spelman. But even beyond that, the small town, Memphis, like all these things, all these ways, the things that they are eating, the way that they are moving, the feeling of community and literal kinship and all of that, it felt very black, and I appreciated that. And so it kind of starts off in the early 40s with these two young girls being born who, as far back as they can remember, are growing up without their mothers. And that's the premise of the whole book, how it impacts one's life versus the other life. And there is a particular quote that I want to read that I think sets the tone for the entire book. And it says here, the daughter that has lost her mother, whose mother has passed away, like there's no chance that her mother is returning, is being raised by her aunt. And the aunt is going to be talking to her niece about her friend who also is being raised without her mother, but her mother has just run away. She's not deceased. And so the aunt says to her niece, she says, listen here, you think Annie is the lucky one because her mama might come walking in her front door one day. She got that hope. But she goes to bed every night shot down. She's a little girl now, so she can handle it. But trust me, over time, the daily discouragement will wear her down like the heel on a loafer. You are the fortunate one. You know you won't see your mama's face till Gabriel blows his horn. Yes. Hope. Oh my gosh. It can be a gift and a curse, right? Because to the auntie's point, every day this little girl is thinking, today's the day my mom is coming. Today's the day my mom is coming. My mom is coming back for me. She's coming home. She's coming home. Every day she's like waiting and anticipating and this great buildup only to be let down can you imagine every 24 hours every day feeling like that's yet another day that your mother has decided not to come and get you, in comparison to the niece whose mom died when she was a baby. She has no memories as far as her mind knows. She's never even met her mother, so she doesn't have that same hope, that wishful thinking, that disappointment on a daily basis. Now, that's not to say she doesn't have, of course, pain and a void and all the things, but it's very different. It's over, and she knows that it's over, so that is the gift of closure that she has in comparison to her friend, who every day is waiting on this miracle to happen. And so, to me, that sets the stage for the whole book. What does it mean to be chasing a ghost? In a sense, with the mom that has chosen to walk away, in comparison to dealing with the grief of knowing that you will never have your mother in this lifetime. And so, what I really do like about it is that it does put mother issues at the forefront. We always talking about, hearing about, reading about daddy issues, but it's a lot of people carrying baggage behind their mamas too, and that doesn't get the same amount of attention as I think that it should, as we think about mental health and how that shapes our entire trajectory. And so mothering plays out in this book in a lot of different ways, and I appreciated that, even to the point where they are interacting, some of the characters are interacting with a madam who is running a brothel, and in her own interesting way she is mothering to some extent. And so yeah, I think it's just a beautiful story of black women disappointing and pouring into one another. And it's crazy because it simultaneously broke my heart and gave me joy. And when I think about the time period, like I said, it starts in the 1940s and goes through into the early 70s. And some things that were happening could not be public information. People could not live in their truth. Just trying to secure employment was a struggle, all the things. And this is an excellent book, excellent emotional book. I have issues, mommy issues as well. And so I think that is also what led to it resonating for me so deeply. But Tayari, you did it again. You don't miss. Do you hear me? 5-star for sure. This will absolutely likely be one of my top books of 2026. So thank you for that. But yeah, there's also some fun and happy and joy, and yeah, but it's a great read. I highly recommend it. Yeah, kinship. We get to sometimes choose the people that come to mean the most to us, and what a gift that is to be able to choose family. So with that, I bid you adieu. Stay safe out there, stay informed, and I will catch you later.